Hey guys, today Jagex finally released the new Grandmaster quest, all related to the gods, called the World Wakes, and it's basically supposed to look at the sort of whole backstory of the gods and Gothics and how everything came to be in Runescape as we know it. And they really hyped it up loads before they released a trailer for it. They've been talking about it for ages, as you know, one of the quests that everyone's going to want to do. And I'll be honest, it was really good. Kind of expected it to be maybe a bit longer, maybe a bit more difficult. I think there's longer and harder quests in the game. I'd say perhaps the one to get to tormented demons, can't remember what it's called anymore, it was so long ago I did that. The ritual of the Mahadrat I thought was harder, but just the story of this. So the video I've made essentially is not to look so much at the quest in general, because like Jagex has said, you want to do this quest yourself. You don't really want to be coming here watching this video and sort of getting it ruined for you. So what I'm kind of trying to do is look at a couple of the puzzles. Maybe, you know, if you get stuck, that's a bit later in the video. I look at the boss fights, but I try and like skip over the majority of, you know, the lore that we get told. You'll see here, for example, there's a Sarah, Zami, and the Armadillo sort of God Wars bosses all there. You know, just walking around, you get to talk to them and stuff. So you learn pretty much everything there is, and there are spoilers in this video. So if you don't want any spoilers, I'd say, you know, stop, do the quest now, and then maybe watch it if you get stuck, or if you just want to, you know, relive the parts. Because I mean, the graphics I play in are pretty much the lowest you can be in, so that I don't lag. But even so, I thought that the quest was amazing. It was, you know, full of cutscenes, full of really fun fights. It was challenging, like some of the puzzles I thought were really well worked, and although, like I said, maybe it could have been a bit more difficult, it was definitely worth waiting for. The rewards are pretty cool. I think by the point I'm showing you here, you'll actually already have fought like these three sort of temple guardians. You'll see I'm fighting Kree now. I wasn't really very well prepared, but just avoid those tornadoes that you see there and you'll be fine. So here's the cutscenes that you get sort of after you defeat Kree. I cut out a load of text which was related to the ritual of the Mahadrat quest, I believe. Basically just Sarah and Zami arguing. Like, again, you maybe learn a bit from that, but in essence, where I've had font or text which has been really, you know, a lot of lore stuff, I've tried to sort of jump over it. If you want to get it, you can slow the video down or pause it to read, but as I'll probably say many times in this quest, just go and do the quest. You only need 140 combat. Fair enough, you need much higher levels for the rewards, but you know, you to do the quest in itself was, I thought, just fantastic. You don't really want to have to worry too much about the rewards when you can actually get this gameplay. So you'll see here the puzzle that you have to do. What you want to do is you just want to get the ball or the boulder or whatever it is to just flow and get into the sort of designated hole. When the ball will stop, and what you want to do is you want to make sure that the turning like pieces are facing the right way, and you want to make sure that the water was flowing the right way. So you'll see here there's like another cutscene, and here's where you sort of met all the guardians of Gothics. You've got Death, you've got the Temple Druids from like when you do Herbalore for the first time. And now here you'll see these monsters, and I think you've already fought some of them, but you actually get them unlocked as a new sort of boss to kill after the quest, which drop new gloves. But I'll talk more about the rewards later. This is another puzzle, and what you have to do is you have to get all four colours. So there's Chaos, Order, Good and Evil, and you have to get all four to the midway point. So you have to get absolute balance, and it took me ages to get it, because you've just got to learn the answers to the questions to get it right, or just remember roughly. You don't have to learn it, but once you've got balance, you get given a blessing by Gothics, and you're now essentially one of the Gothics guardians. And now you get ready to fight, because obviously This is supposedly the final room before, the final point for defense in the temple. And you'll see these cauldrons around the place. You've got one which will heal your life points, one which will restore your prayer, and one which will give you a combat boost. And the fights for this quest were really, really fantastic, really well worked. You'll notice that you've got people standing at each of like the 4 points. You actually have like another puzzle just before you do the fights. You have to match the 4 like little teams that you get to help you to the 4 different rooms. It's really, really simple if you just read the little descriptions when you mouse over for like who's attacking, sort of like a little description of like what's attacking which room and which groups can deal with what. So that wasn't really a problem. I got them all right. Bandos, and you'll just sit there. He knocks rocks out of the ceiling or the roof. Just try and avoid those. Other than that, really easy fight. That was the first room. The second room, you'll see you have to attack portals, and you've got this Mahadra guy, don't know his name, in the middle of the room, but the portals spawn lots of like armored zombies, so this is related to the Defender of Varrock, or I think Defender of Varrock. I'm probably wrong on that, so it's been so long since I did all these quests that I literally just don't know. But I did almost die in this room because I thought I should be attacking him, not the portals. Too many things came through, but luckily you've got these guardians attacking and they deal with it pretty well. I killed the portals once I realised that I had to get rid of them quickly, and then once they're all gone, I focused on killing the boss guy. I didn't show the full clip just because it gets a bit tedious. It took a while, and a lot of the boss fights did take a while. So you'll notice that obviously I've restocked my food for Zami. One of the druids outside has a bank option, so you don't even have to teleport away. Zami has a special attack which he will charge you, and he hits quite high on that, so just watch out for it. It's not a big deal, but again, you kill him pretty easily. And then you go to the final room, and now this one was tricky. In a minute you'll see me sort of spaz out and start running around. That's because I realised that there must be something to stop, I don't know if it's he or she or an it or what. You had to stop him from healing, but you sort of there was nothing in the room, so I started to panic. I ate all my food. I found out that you can't even leave the door when in combat, and then someone finally in my clan replied saying you got to stun him. So I was spamming the stun abilities as fast as I could, like just go mental on it, and then it's just soul splitting up to get health, and then you get stunned yourself and you just like fall over on the floor, and I thought, oh crap, I'm gonna die, but managed to get it just in time. And you leave the room and bam, you're straight into another fight because Sarah has done a supposedly surprise attack, snuck up on you, and now everyone's sort of defending, panicking. I don't know where that Steel Titan came from, because that's not even mine, so I literally have no idea what that's all about. It's fighting I think it's on Sarah's side. I can't be sure. I didn't even notice it when doing the quest. So what you do is you have to try and basically distract the Sarah monsters and fix the barricades at the same time. And you'll notice in the top left of the corner you've got a bar for sort of Juna's health and a bar for the time you've lasted, and you just have to last until that orange bar fills. I accidentally jumped the fence trying to repair it, and then when the bar hits full you get this cutscene in which Sarah thinks that the guy in charge of the temple guardians is actually Guthix, and she was wrong. So you get a pretty crazy cutscene here. I'm not quite sure what's going on. It's like some crazy scene out of some film or something. I don't know. There's such tension, and then you get a whole load of Zaros followers, including Nex, just randomly pop up, and they're like, "Yeah, well, we're not going to kill Guthix. We just want to reason with him." And then more drama in the sense that the seal behind you into the final chamber gets broken while you're all distracted or whatever, and you're sent in to investigate. There is like one more sort of puzzle. I don't know if this was a puzzle, if it's just like luck. I managed to run right the way through, only getting hit once, so that's like, you know, just sprint through there. Didn't need anything really, like guide to that or anything. And then you get this cutscene, and I just love this cutscene. Genuinely, I could watch this over and over again because I think it's just fantastic the way this has worked. I look a bit weird with a Tetsu helm on, but essentially this is the guy that you meet at the very start of the quest, that Mahadrak guy, and that is obviously Guthix. And spoilers, quite a lot of spoilers in this bit. I mean, obviously you've seen the fights, but this is the I've tried to cut out the majority of sort of what goes on and just give like examples to sort of sell the quest and show you just how awesome it is. But you get you have a chat with Guthix, who's obviously now been seriously hurt by some sort of god-killing staff, and then he takes you back to one of his previous forms, and I think memories of his life, and so you get to go through the sort of cutscenes that or stages of his life where you get to see what happened and what he went through and how he ended the God Wars and stuff. You actually do at one point learn that he got his powers through, I think it's this god here. I mean, I've never seen that. Like, that's what's like made me love this quest so much, learning new stuff. There's like shrines that you get to see from supposedly old worshippers. You get to see like massive statues like that god, which I've never heard of before, and you learn all sorts of new things like how Guthix got his power and stuff. And obviously then you get to make decisions. You make big decisions which can be changed at the end of the quest, but you make sort of you make your decision of who to follow essentially. And big spoiler, you then essentially take over the role of Guthix now that he's dead. The issue being obviously is that now that Guthix is dead, the peace or the boundaries have been broken. So you know you've lost the peace that Guthix was keeping. You can see there. I love that statue in itself. Just obviously it's a bit sad that Guthix is dead. He seemed like a nice guy. No, but anyway, you then have the huge chat with the Zaros and the Guthix followers and Sarah, who's still there, and then again another awesome cutscene in which you get Sarah, Stradamin himself, just pops up out of nowhere, and this is what really leaves so much open. Like, obviously you're not going to think too much about it because I don't know when the next update relating to this is going to be, but this update is huge, really huge. There's so many possibilities now, like with gods just coming. I don't think we've ever actually had any sort of proper thing relating to the gods. So anyway, back to the quest. Sarah teleports away, so that's, you know, that done, quest complete, and you get your set of rewards. The ring is actually now definitely the best, I think definitely the best ring in game. I hope that's right. It's equivalent to warrior, archer and seer's ring in the sense that it is all three like a berserker ring, but the same level as the individual rings. And now it's just me basically using up my XP. So guys, that's pretty much it. I hope I haven't given away too much, but anyway, whatever you do, go and play this quest. Fantastic rewards, fantastic like just storyline, and really definitely worth doing, and really well done. Thanks for watching, guys.